Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Trent,
Along with G-Man 27.
and I don't know why I keep saying that. Uh, bring you another casual anime discussion. Today, we're talking about my pick. We're talking about Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion. So before we talk about it, be sure to pause the video, go watch the series, come back, watch this video. Welcome back. You got through all that already. Welcome back. Damn it, I keep forgetting that. Code Geass. This was my pick, and the reason why I picked it was I remember it was just on Netflix when I was like, it was a while back when they said they were adding Code Geass Netflix. I'm like, oh, I heard about that before. I'll add that, and then I don't know why. I guess just one weekend I was like, I'm gonna watch it. So I watched like 3 to 10 episodes, I think, and then I stopped for like a week, and then the next weekend from 10 a.m. to 3 or 2 a.m. I watched the rest of season 1 and all season 2. So like I binged like most of the series in like a day and stuff. And I mean, I really like this series. I will say that this last time I was watching it, I noticed a few more things where I'm like, okay, I don't like that. This character actually really sucks and stuff like that. But I don't know why. I have like when I binged that series, I felt like I went through like a journey, and I kind of did that this time, even though I watched like 17 episodes a day, and I kind of like felt that again, where like, oh, I went through a journey with these characters and everything like that. So it has its flaws. It's in my top 10 still. It's at number 8, I think, but it used to be in the top 5. But yeah, I really like this series, and I know if Brandon was here, he'd back me up. So what's gonna happen is I kind of know how you feel about it. Everything I say, just double it because I speak for Brandon too. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, Garrett, what'd you think about Code Geass?
Actually, I don't know what you're referring to, but I actually do like the Code Geass. I think it does have certain problems, and I noticed them a little bit throughout it. But overall, I mean, it's a really cool idea of the idea of the Geass and the superpower, and I like the mech idea, even though sometimes the mech idea can kind of get a little bit like
Honestly, I was not expecting it to be a mech anime when I first watched it. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see. And then all of a sudden there's mechs. I'm like, holy shit.
I'm more like a guy that likes Dragon Ball Z type fighting where it's like hand to hand and not through like metal
Hmm.
enhancements. I don't know. That's just me, but maybe some of it went a little slow. Some of it was kind of like at parts a little bit boring, but mostly overall was interesting the whole way through. I like a lot of the characters, like Colin. I like a lot Kudarugi. He's okay, but sometimes he's kind of annoying.
Yeah, he was the character I was talking about where, like, I actually did not like him at all this time watching. Because we'll get to it in a bit, but, like, because I have it in my notes sometimes, it's like he's, he's inconsistent with his beliefs because, like, there's a scene where he's on the Britannian side, right? And he sees them killing people who are surrendering. And he's like, and then when he talks to Zero, he's like, Zero, you're a murderer. I might be on the side that's like killing surrendering soldiers, but what you're doing is wrong. And he's like, oh, well, I'll just fix it from the inside. It's like, real, like, I, I mean, there's kind of a parallel you can say with like today where like systemic racism and stuff like that, even though I don't think that exists, but like, it there's some parallels there. But yeah, Suzaku was a very frustrating character watching it back. I remember the first time I watched it, I tried to defend him, but then this time, like going through everything, I'm just like, man, he's a like. I know he's supposed to be a foil for Lelouch, but like he's just like so. And it's played by the guy who plays Sasuke from Naruto, which is pretty cool. So
I actually didn't know that. I think most of the charming characters are the Black Knight. Just like
mm-hmm.
Ogie's very charming, Colin's very charming, and so is the one loudmouth guy that no one likes, and
Yeah.
he's not very good.
What's his name? What's his name? Damn it. Hold on. I have his name written down somewhere. I gotta find it because I love him. What the hell? I had his name written down, didn't I? It was like,
Redhead guy.
yeah. I'm trying. What the? I didn't write him down. Tamaki. His
See,
name's Tamaki.
Tom.
Yeah, he was great. I love him. He's like, it's funny because like he flip flops like all the time. You kind of feel like I don't know. It's just funny.
The show does make a little more sense the second time around because I kind of knew what it was, and then it's like, okay, this kind of links up with this, kind of links up with this, kind of links up. At first, they were throwing a lot of information at you, and you're like, "What is it? What is all this?" It's just like, and then just C2, just like I don't know. It's kind of there's almost like too many storylines going on at points.
Like the stuff, like some of it doesn't go anywhere. Like the stuff with Millie and the doctor supposed to be getting married, like that never comes back really. It's not important, you know. But yeah, I have a lot on that. But yeah, characters. We'll just start with favorite characters. I really like
scientist.
The what?
Never mind. Doctor and Millie and the scientist.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So I like Lelouch a lot. People compare him to like Death Note or Light Yagami from Death Note. He's not as evil as Light, but like I get the comparison and you know the whole.
I wouldn't say he's evil at all.
Well, that's a good like philosophical debate, I guess. I feel like there's some moments where it's like, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that. Although there are some moments where I think he probably should have done it, and it would have made more sense to the story. But we'll get to that because it's a pretty stupid part. But yeah, we already talked about Suzaku a little bit. He's just frustrating. Colin's great. I like her a lot. I remember a problem some people had with this series. They felt like again that there was like a harem type thing going on because like Lelouch was like there's Colin, Shirley, who I also really like. C2.
Oh yeah.
Again, the characters are just they're good enough to where I'm like I don't really care that much. But what'd you think about Shirley?
Because I loved her, Lelouch. I was like, I was like, no, her memory's gone. I was like,
yeah.
I know it's not that type of show, but part of me just like, I wish they could date in this for some reason. I don't know.
School Rumble-ish.
And then Colin, yeah, I wish Colin could date too. I was like, I don't know. I know they wouldn't do that romance because it's not the type of show, but I wouldn't have minded a little more romance stuff in there.
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched the series, I was like, I'm gonna hate Shirley because like I thought she had like I just thought she was annoying, and then as the series went on,
name.
Yeah, it's a weird name. It's Britannia. No. Anyway, as the series went on, I actually really liked her, and that's why when season 2 comes around, which I think season 2 is better than season 1. When she dies, that made me cry. I mean, I was like, damn it! Like I liked her so much and everything like that. Okay, we had Nunnally.
And the way she died too.
Yeah,
the way Lelouch's
Rollo
step brother, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, Rollo kills him.
His Oni-chan.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'll get to Rollo in a bit. Yeah. So we had Nunnally, who was his blind, crippled sister.
I hate Nunnally.
You hate Nunnally?
I just think
Garrett hates cripples.
And blind people.
They try to hit you, they miss. So why'd you hate Nunnally? I mean, I could get maybe some people not liking her voice, but I actually don't mind it enough. And she kind of gets like thrown in the background of the story a little bit sometimes because like she's the main reason Lelouch does everything, right? But I think
I get why she was necessary. She was a good thing, like his reason. I do like all the reason behind it. Just sometimes I wish he could go like psycho mode and just like, but always Nonnelly's just thrown in his face. It's like Nonnelly's just like, here, you can't do this.
Yeah.
But
I wish the world.
I hate her, but I wouldn't want her and not in the show because she does. It does make sense why she's needed. What do you think of Nunnally?
Yeah, I like Nunnally. I think she serves her role, and she's not a character like. Okay, we're gonna talk about. I don't know if I should save it for worst parts, but I think the worst character in the series is Nina. I hate her so much. I hate her more than Suzaku. She's the worst. Top 5 worst anime characters. Not even joking.
She had one good scene.
What they were trying to do with that scene is win you back to prepare for how shitty she was going to be because she's racist and she built a nuke bomb, and then when the nuke bomb goes off, she's like, "Oh no, I didn't foresee this." Like, what the fuck? You build a nuclear bomb. Like, you and Jay Oppenheimer, whatever the fuck, who built the nuclear bomb in the real world, you're both pussies. You built a bomb. You had to know what it was going to do. Anyway, yeah. So
isn't it kind of funny how she like does that? How they use a bomb against Japanese in this?
I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh, it's funny. Yeah, 10 million. They killed 10 million people. So yeah, thanks, Nina. You're a bitch. Jeremiah is another character.
I actually didn't hate Nina. I kind of liked how she was I kind of liked the crazy aspects of her sometimes.
She was going to kill all of her friends at the school, suicide bomb, just because a girl that she liked died, who she had one conversation with. Like, fuck her. She's gonna kill all of her friends.
Craziness. That's the crazy. I liked it was a crazy aspect.
She went crazy. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go through these real quick. Jeremiah, another great character. Orange Boy, he's great. Especially when I like how he comes back later. It's great.
Orange Boy.
I does twice. Yeah,
I actually like him more as the series goes on. I like that he came over to Lelouch's side.
Yeah, it's great. The reasoning why, because like he loved Lelouch's mom and everything's great. So characters.
It's funny how loyal he is too.
Yeah, I mean he's great, and I love his like reverse Geass. It's so cool.
It's actually powerful. Think about it.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Rivel at the school. Millie, not really much on them.
I'm
Rivel
glad
kind of had an annoying voice. What?
Yeah, I'm glad there wasn't too much for Rivel.
Yeah, he was a little annoying. We had Princess Cornelia, Euphemia. I kind of like the structure of like how the power works. Like you have I think the Emperor has like 16, 17 wives or something, because he has like, you notice Lelouch is the 11th prince and the 17th in line, and like Nunnally is like she's like 87th in line. So this Emperor is fucking.
No,
like,
he's not.
everyone.
He's the 13th prince.
Okay,
Lelouch,
whatever. It doesn't matter. It still proves my point that this Emperor has a bunch of fucking kids.
It's funny how he has time for all that.
I know, right? Yeah.
You didn't meet all. I guess you don't meet all the kids either.
No, you don't. Which is like, I mean, I kind of like the series if like it was Zero hunting down every one of his siblings and killing them. That would have been pretty cool, like he does with Clovis in the first couple episodes. Anyway, yeah. Cornelia, Euphemia's fine. Cornelia's fine. Tamaki's great. Okay. Best like Mao. I don't care what you say about Mao. I love Mao. Love Mao. You didn't like anything about Mao. Like I remember when we first the first time I watched it when
he
came
hurt
in, I
my
was like,
Shirley.
I mean, he broke her mind, but like she was better after that. But like, man, Mao is so great. I love like he's such an interesting character, and like he goes crazy because of the Geass that C2 gave him, and I just why don't you like Mao? I know Brandon likes Mao.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's like annoying, and I just get tired of him. But yeah, that annoyed me.
I love the clap.
I think you were saying this, but I think the first season was definitely better than the second, just with all everything they threw in there. Just like I don't know. I just think the first season is more interesting with Mal and him killing Clovis and Ophelia. What's her name? Euphemia going crazy, insane. What? Don't you think that's a little bit like they had a lot more like, oh my goodness, that just happened type moments? Like first time I watched Euphemia killing all those Japanese people for the first time, that was probably I know we went on to this part, but the best scene in the whole show. Just watching her like, it just like so much was happening. Like he didn't mean to do that, and
which. I'll save that for worst parts because I don't think that's good how that happens. Anyway, I love how she like walks out into the stage. She's like, "Hey, those of you who call yourselves Japanese, will you do me a favor and please die?" And then she just starts shooting in the like. Oh my gosh, it's just. And then I love how the king afterwards he's like, "Ah, you are my son." I just like it's great. That was pretty cool.
So who's a better villain, him or the king or Prince Nigel?
I guess Schneisel. I mean, the king's just like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think Mao's the best villain, but I mean, I guess Schneisel because like he's Lelouch's like hump he could never get over when he was a kid because like he couldn't beat him at chess or something like that, and then at the end he finally beats him kind of. So I think that's good. Suzaku's the best villain though. Anyway, just a few more characters real quick. We had Toto Samurai, the samurai guy. He was pretty cool. I liked him and his like group of like samurai buddies. Yeah, we had Schneizel. We had the first prince of what is it, Britannia, Odysseus, who we don't get a lot of, but like he's a very like timid guy. And then I think Rollo might be my favorite character. The reason why I think season 2 is better is because with Shirley's death, Rollo's death, and Lelouch's death, I cried for all of them, and I was just like, and I really like Rollo a lot. I like how like at first he's like supposed to be contracted to kill him, but there's this little thing in his head where he's like, no, you gave this present to me, like he wants, and then eventually like Lelouch, like I love the whole plan where Lelouch is like, okay, I'll take a bullet, and then he'll think that I actually think he's my brother, and then I'll kill him, right? And I love that. I just love Rollo, and then his death scene's so good with the music and everything, and just like, what'd you think about Rollo?
I think Rollo. I did like him, and I liked his ability in the fight.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I wish. I don't think if I'm Lelouch, I don't get rid of Rollo. I don't kill him off. His power is just so strong. I know he didn't kill him. I know, and I liked his ending. How they like. I like how Lelouch actually wanted to him to survive, and I liked how like Rollo sacrificed himself. So I did like Rollo a lot. I liked how he loved his big brother type deal, even though it wasn't his big brother.
Yeah, it was great. And then we had and then finally just the Knights of 10. I liked their whole thing, like Knight of 1, Knight of 0, and the one guy, the Vampire of Britannia, the orange guy. I loved him. He was just like, "What's the thing that people value most? It's their life." And
Orange just, boy.
Oh. I'm gonna keep that. This is so funny. Yeah, okay. I think I have all the characters. Anyway, I gotta say though, again, Colin's great though. I like her a lot. Anyway, yeah.
She was the only nude scene in the whole show.
She what?
Netflix gave it the nudity. It was just for Colin.
No, because that one chick that lost her memory also had kind of top half nude scene or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, in the bed with.
Oh yeah, Ogie.
Yeah, Ogie. All right, favorite. I think you said your favorite scene already. My favorite scene. I mean, I might have to go through my notes because like I mean I don't. I'll just go through my notes real quick because, let's see. Yeah, okay, I wrote that down already. What's this? Lelouch gets kidnapped, ends up. Oh yeah, I love how I just love how the setup of like the first two episodes, like Lelouch, he gets kidnapped, and by the end of the day, he like forms like a resistance movement already. Like he's like playing chess with the resistance movement guys. I think that's pretty cool. He does that like in one day, so I think that's pretty cool. The character design. So I don't know if you noticed it. I definitely noticed it this last time. The characters are very long. Like every character is like long and slender. It's kind of,
except for the girls, they're like plump.
I guess, but like if
like,
they have
all
like
the
a
guys
faraway
are skinny.
Well, if they have a faraway shot, sometimes girls like they're just all like super tall and skinny and stuff. It's just like I don't know.
Yeah, the girls are like the same body type, except for they're given like huge boobs and butts.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I already said Suzaku is very frustrating. I love the scene where he's threatening to kill himself to let C2 like let him pass and stuff. Also, I think C2 is played by Sakura, by the way, too, which is kind of interesting.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
I
thought it was Colin at first, but like no, it's not Colin. It's C2.
I feel like I heard Kakashi in there too. I feel like
he probably played a character. I don't remember it right off the bat, but yeah, a lot of famous anime people worked on this. What'd you think about the kind of the filler episodes they had, like the cat episode, the Valentine's Day episode, the pizza episode? Like, what'd you think about those? Because I like them. It's kind of like a slowdown of like all of the action and stuff, and lets the school characters like Lelouch get into like Lelouch is like using like his military mind to be like, okay, send B team over here to work on the pizza and like all that stuff like that. Like I just think that's funny.
I like the first time I watched it. The second time around, I was like, I kind of know what happened, so it wasn't as interesting. But I definitely liked it the first time.
The one with Lelouch and Shirley, when they like have each other's heart hats. The next episode, Shirley dies. So like,
yeah, they did that on purpose.
Yeah, it's just damn it. It makes that death worse.
That's what they knew what they were doing. They know what they're doing.
There's homophobia in this series, because there was one scene where Millie said, whoever wins, right, can get a kiss from someone on the student council, right? And then you get everybody's reaction to that, and then there's this like one girl in the background who's just like, actually, I kind of want to kiss Millie, and then everyone's like, please get back in the closet. Like, it's just like a small thing.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, why?
That was him called. That was Nina.
It wasn't Nina. It was some other girl. It wasn't, because Nina's on the student council too, so that wouldn't make any sense. Zero telling, like, there's a one battle where, like, oh, why should we trust you? And Zero's like, if you don't think you can trust me, here's the gun, shoot me, right? I love that. I love scenes like that, him being a leader. Colin's Mark II mech is so awesome. I love the one hand, and it like blows people up and stuff like that. Really great. Yeah, I think I already talked about that.
Can I say one problem I just thought of was?
Yep.
I think one of the problems is just like Death Note, Light Yagami comparison. Like Light Yagami was just like too smart sometimes and just made everything work perfectly, even though it shouldn't have. Like, I feel as though, like, Zero, it's like, I can make miracles happen. But it was always, like, the most impossible things. I don't know.
Well,
I always
anime,
felt like it was almost impossible. I understand, but it's just like, there's a 0.04 second chance for this to work. You have to time.
Well, Suzaku
It's
was
just
under
like
control of the Geass to tell him to live, and Lelouch told him to live, and then he was able to coordinate it in 0.04 seconds and to blow up the I forget what it was called.
I got you, but
I forget what it was called. Damn it.
the
Damocles, I think.
No, he was the missile, whatever the missile was called. But yeah,
Damocles, isn't it?
I don't
Or
know. It's just some. No, they're called I forgot what they're called. The bombs are called something else.
Flayers.
Yeah, the flayers.
Yeah.
The flaya fishes.
Yeah.
From McDonald's.
Flaya fishes.
Explosive. But I just think like sometimes it was just like I'll make everything impossible possible, and sometimes it's like no, that's impossible. But
I think I just accept it because it's just anime logic, so I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, if he can do that.
Oh,
he can
just
do that. Well, I mean, he has a
it's
magical
anime.
fucking eye that makes him let him
do whatever.
Well, he has a magical eye that lets him do anything. I mean, I think I can believe him making something. Like...
I can understand superpowers, but I can't understand him doing the impossible. Whatever.
Anyway, let's move on. I like the scene where Zero shows his face to that Japanese general. And the Japanese general laughs. He's like, ah! Ha, ha. He's like, are you embarking on the path of blood? And then Zero's like, indeed, for that is my destiny. And he puts the mask back on. It's so cool. Yeah, okay. So
he ended up betraying us anyway.
Was it him?
Yeah, all those guys ended up just like, well, we'll just go over.
Yeah. Well, that was a different guy, I think.
No, same guy.
No, it wasn't. The
No,
one guy had hair. The
so
other
that
guy
same
was bald.
guy. That same guy betrayed, ended up giving up. He was like, "Oh, it's fine," and he joins them. It was like whenever they're doing the demilitarized zone again.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't remember. Yeah. So one of the reasons why I said Zero or Lelouch might be like, it's kind of intentionally evil, but like Zero kills Zero kills Shirley's dad, right? And he kills a bunch of other innocent people in that city with that mudslide. You know, Shirley's dad was the only person who died. So like that's why I'm saying like, okay, like he killed people, but like you kind of get it because it's like all like casualties of war and stuff like that. That's why I said like, oh, he's kind of like evil, I guess, but like he's definitely more not evil than like Yagami was. And his feelings after that, like the scenes like where he's just like sad and stuff, and he's just like, I can't believe I did that. Like I like that and stuff, and then he killed his also him killing his fellow the JLF soldiers on that boat. He blew it up, you know. So like those guys were on his side, and he blew it up to try to make it. Yeah, so. That
was before together. Can I just say something quickly I thought of it too?
Yeah.
You three characters I could have done without is Princess Cornelia, Guilford, and Dalton, and Dalton's son, I guess too. I just think those characters are so I guess they were good in the first season, and then their main antagonist, but I hated Guilford. He's just so like stupid.
He's simpy.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dalton was okay, but I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Also,
back to
Suzaku. Another reason why I don't like Suzaku, and I think like he's kind of a shitty character, is like he killed his own dad. Like he killed his own dad because he's like, oh, I want the fighting to stop. I want the dead people to stop. And it's like, okay, so you're just gonna enslave all the Japanese people? Like, it's just like that's just it's a little stupid, Suzaku. Sorry. I mean, that's another reason why I'm just like, yeah, Suzaku's kind of a shitty character.
So I think you gotta kill your dad. Get back, Allie.
Anyway, I think my favorite scene might have been the Mao scene with at the carnival. I think that's my favorite scene of the series, maybe that or Rolo's
You're a little
death.
simp for Mao.
What?
You're a little simp for Mao.
Dude, Mao's awesome, and he's Chinese, not Japanese. So.
Oh gosh, even worse.
You ever seen this soup meme? It's literally it's Code Geass, right? But like, Lelouch is like, I want you to go to the soup store, or like, I want you to get a newspaper, right? And Suzaku goes to the soup store, and Suzaku's like, well, I just see soup. It's like, why do you see soup? Well, I'm at the soup store. Why are you at the soup store for a newspaper? Fuck you! It's so funny. I love it. Anyway, also, Code Geass brought to you by Pizza Hut. There was.
Oh yeah.
That's so great. I love that. Anyway, yeah, Lelouch's laugh whenever he like topples down the entire city and stuff. I love that. It's so great. I love that scene. Okay, so back to the Euphemy killing all the Japanese part. The reason why I don't like that is like it's literally like pretend it's like literally tripping and hitting the nuclear launch, right? It's like Lelouch being like,
yeah,
well, if I told you to kill a Japanese, you do it. And then literally that, really at that moment, at that time, that happened. Like, it's a little bullshit, I feel like. I feel like it would have been better if Lelouch
Oh, it's anime logic. It's anime
no,
logic.
I think it would have been better if Lelouch was actually, like, either the Geass made him evil, or, like, he decided, like, look, I don't want this internment zone to happen. I want everything. And he's like, okay, sorry, Yuffie, I gotta do this to you. Kill all the Japanese and stuff like that. Like, I feel like that would have been better instead of being like, whoops, kill all the Japanese. It's like,
yeah, he never tells Kurugi that it's an accident.
I think
he's like, did you make Euphemia do it? Yes. It's like, why didn't you tell him that was an accident?
I think he did that because at the end he wants to be the villain. Well, I guess I guess you make a point. No, there was something in that scene where I was like, oh, that's the reason why he didn't tell him, I think. No, because Suzaku knew he was lying, I think, right? Because Suzaku was like, you're lying and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. There was something, I forget what in that scene.
It was stupid. What it was.
It was, well, I mean, it was stupid, him doing that, but anyway.
Did you even watch the show? You don't remember anything you keep saying.
Well, if we did it on Monday, maybe I remember a few other things. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, I already talked about that scene. Yeah, Nina, fuck her. She's gonna kill all her friends. Okay,
What'd you think of the Earl pudding and Rashada?
I mean, wait, are you talking about the Indian chick, right?
Yeah, Rashada.
Yeah, I thought both of them were fine doctors. I mean, or scientists, whatever. I mean, they didn't really do much besides just being like, oh, here's a new piece of technology, and then that's it, you know. So
which side would you rather be on? Who would you rather have on?
Oh, Lelouch. I'd rather have Lelouch on my side.
No, between the
Earl
between
pudding them.
Do you like the Gurren better or the Lancelot?
Oh, I like the Gurren better, so I guess I'm on Rakshada's side because the Gurren's
I like
cool.
the Gurren.
Yeah, the Gurren's awesome. Yeah, so
The Lancelot.
Lancelot. There was another one that was pretty cool. I forget what it was called. Anyway, yeah. Oh, Rolo's mech with his power. That's pretty cool. Like how he can that's pretty cool. I love the scene where like Lelouch is up on the roof with his friends and he's like they're all launching fireworks and he's like, I promise one day we'll all set up fireworks up here again. And it's like, no, that doesn't happen. He dies and stuff like that. Also, those people don't even remember Nunnally at all. Like, I don't think they got their Geass's verse, so they don't even know who Nunnally is, which is kind of
right.
Okay, so I'll save that. I love the I'm Spartacus moment on the island. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I'm Zero. It's pretty cool.
I kind of, yeah. Quickly back to that fireworks thing. At the very end of the show, that kind of made me a little sad that they never got back together.
Yeah,
I kind of could have seen it.
Yeah, that's another reason why I think finale. Like, I think a lot of people agree the finale is like one of the best anime finales, and that's another reason why during the anime I cried. It wasn't just because of Lelouch. I'm just like, oh, they don't. Like, because you look back at those school episodes and you're like, oh man, they're all friends, they're all having fun before they were all like killing each other and stuff like that. So, yeah.
It actually was a good finale. Usually they don't end well. The finale is really hard to tell. I'm surprised they did do it well.
Yeah, except Comic Guy Kill, that has a pretty good finale. Anyway, Rolo killing his Geass siblings, I thought was pretty crazy. Because like, oh hey guys, I missed you, and then he just fucking kills them. It's just like,
yeah,
he's willing to do anything for his Oni-chan. I love the Geass trick shot with the mirrors, where he shoots off that thing that has a bunch of little mirrors, and he's like, I command you to die, and then it goes, it's just like, I love that so much. Yeah, also Nina and Suzaku, or actually technically Nina and Suzaku both killed 10 million people, so that's why I hate both of them. So,
yeah.
Anyway.
I kind of hate how, his mom is bad.
Yeah, that was kind of. I mean, it was kind of a twist, but it's also kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks.
Stupid twist. I should have just been left like that. Like, oh, why'd you kill her? And it should have just been like, oh,
because
well,
I'm evil.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It should have just been V2 that killed her because he was getting in the way. That would have been fine.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know.
Also, okay, so there were some things the first time watching where I was very confused on what was going on. Mostly everything with the thought elevator. But I'm pretty sure Lelouch uses Geass on God. Like, I'm pretty sure that is, like, when I realized that the second time, I didn't even realize that the first time. I'm like, why is he using the Geass on Jupiter? But no, it's God. And my mind was blown. I'm like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense, and they didn't really explain it.
It's like, that's another reason.
We'll call out a bunch of different names, but you'll never really know.
I want to get to that. I'll get back to that because there was a lot of convoluted stuff with that. Anyway, yeah, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, worst parts. I'll go through. Yeah, I wanted to talk about that because that. Yeah, so we have the Sword of Okasha, which I think is that spinning thing that we see. I think that is meant. It's a weapon to kill God, right? Then we have the Thought Elevator is that place. The Ragnarok connection is all those other places that have the Geass logo on it. And then there's C's World, which is like... It's like death for Geass users or something. I don't know. It does get very confusing. I'll admit to that. That's one thing where I'm like, yeah, they could try to explain things a little bit more. Also, I forgot to mention...
Or just get rid of it. I don't even know if they needed that part.
With what?
I don't even know if they needed that part. They could have just made the king Prince Nigel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The sort of Kasha, I didn't really care about that much, you know what I mean?
I didn't give a shit about. Yeah.
I think they could have just made the king the bad guy with Prince Nigel instead of doing the Thought Elevator, but
what'd you think about the last few episodes where like Lelouch and Suzaku were working together and they were taking over the world? I love that. I
Me too, I did.
It's pretty cool.
I like how he's emperor for a while.
When he walks in that throne room and everything, and then like there's one scene where like he uses Geass and a bunch of soldiers, and then they're all like, it's pretty cool. I love that stuff.
I think that's one of the best things in anime where they completely switch sides, where Britannia gets the Black Knights and he gets Britannian Knights. It almost shows like, oh, whoever you give me, I will win. It doesn't really matter. But then it does show that Black Knights. It does show that the Black Knights are really strong and all that jazz. But
yeah,
I like how him and Kugurugi finally work together, and like he said, it's like if we ever work together, we'd be unstoppable, and they were kind of.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Suzaku. The reason why he was crying at the end was because he killed Lelouch. I'm hoping, because if not, he's kind of a shitty character still. But like, I think that's the reason why he was crying. What? I
like that ending a lot. Part of me wishes Lelouch was alive, but I know it's a better ending that he died.
Yeah. Well, okay. Also, Orange Boy is He has an orange farm at the end. It's great. I love it. One of the best.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, yeah. So first criticism is that is some of that stuff with the thought of it was confusing. Number two, they throw a lot of characters at you, and a lot of them don't matter, and a lot of like side stories.
Like
It's
Mao.
like what? No,
Like Mao.
Mao was integral to the story because they showed you that there's other people who have Geass. Anyway, the third thing, and I remember talking with Brandon, but like, I don't like. I in sense of a story, right? Like Attack on Titan, right? It doesn't have anything about what I'm about to say. Is that there's sometimes these shots that don't make sense that are just fan service. There's literally a scene where Colin's in that like stuffed suit, and it's literally an ass shot, and it just goes up. Like, it's just like, why? Like, why? And then literally every scene with her in, well, not every scene where she's in the Mark II, it's back here. It's never like with a guy where it's like right here. It's always like back here and stuff. It's like, I mean, come on, like.
I like fan service. I'm not gonna say.
I like it too, but it's like Attack on Titan doesn't
like
have
the
fan
show.
service,
I like
you know
the
what I mean? Like I like shows, like if a show has like a story, like School Rumble kind of does it, but like it's played comedically. In this, it's like sometimes they'll be in the middle of like a serious conversation in like their gurns and stuff, and it's just like an ass shot. It's just like, come on. But I get it, that. You know.
They do use a shower. I do like the shower stop when Colin always seems to end up naked, and they do use that for some comedy. But
yeah, and he's about to kill Lelouch, right?
I actually just watched this new anime recently. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it got to the point where it was almost like the show was about fan service, and they had a cool premise, but they kind of let it ruin each other. You know, like I was almost like you almost watch it for the fan service, but then it's like it kind of messes with each other. I don't know. You have to like if you are going to do fans.
Garrett, please tell me you're not talking about Redo of Healer.
No, I'm talking about.
Thank God, because you know it's funny.
It's called Gleipnir.
Okay, I was about to say because I went up to Eric's house like on that Saturday when I asked you if you were going. I just decided like why not, and Devin was there and he's like, "Oh, dude, you ever heard of this anime called Redo of Healer? It's really good." And I'm like,
Devin knows all these.
As soon as he said it, I'm like, no. Because I know what it is. It's 100% hentai. It 100% is. And he says, like, no, yeah, but, like, the revenge story's kind of cool and everything. I'm like, no, Devin, no. It's a fucking hentai. I'm not watching it. Like, come on.
You know what? There's actually a hentai show that's, like, all fan service, but it is funny. It's called Prison School.
Yeah, I know. Brandon told me about that, too.
It is funny.
I don't know if I could... I mean, I don't know if those two mix for me. It's either that's what Devin said about Redo of Healer. I watched the first episode. I'm like, nope, I'm done. Because
really
the first scene, or not the first scene. It's like literally at the end of the episode, and I'm just like, nope, not continuing this because I know it's gonna.
How do you pronounce it?
It's just called. I know the American one's just called Redo of Healer, but like it has some long
Redo of Healer.
Yeah, Redo of Healer or something. I don't know. I don't know the name. I think that's what it... I know it has Redo and Healer in it, so... But, yeah.
My brother's like an anime perv.
It's like, I mean...
Goblin Slayer, pretty good.
Well, Goblin Slayer, that's not... I don't consider that fan service at all. Like, it's little green men raping women. Like, no. Anyway. That's just not for me. I can get some people like that, not me. Anyway, yeah, so we went through the worst parts and improvements. Anyway, theories. I have one theory, and it's that... Do you remember that guy that was, like, the aide-de-camp to Prince Schneisel?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hate him.
Him and Prince Schneisel are totally gay. Like, they 100%
Maybe, yeah.
There's I think Schneisel's, like, he's a good-looking dude. He's the second...
It's in his name, Schneisel!
Yeah. Schnitz. And he's the second prince, right? And he's really good looking. You think, oh, he'd be married by now. No. And, I mean, a lot of their kids aren't married, but, like, you get what I mean. No, I'm just like, he's totally banging his aide-de-camp, right? Like, also, you said that you were sad that Lelouch was dead. Well, there's a movie called Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection. I wonder what that's about. It came out last year, I think. I want to do it, but I don't know if it's on Funimation. But as
Maybe
soon
it's
as
Hulu.
maybe you can check, but I'm pretty sure the dub's out. I really want to do that because I think it takes place a year after this, so that's pretty cool. Also, there's 3 Code Geass movies that are retellings of this series, but like they cut out all the bullshit, like Millie and the Doctor and the filler episodes and stuff like that. They just like keep it like mostly like on the Zero stuff. So, you know,
Who does this?
huh?
What's this?
There's 3 Code Geass movies that are they cut out all the bullshit. And it's just like the Zero and the Lelouch stuff. Like I don't think they're in. I don't know if they're dubbed or not. I just know that there's 3 movies that retell the story, and then Lelouch of the Resurrection is supposed to be a continuation of that necessarily, but there's not much difference. So I don't think if we watch.
Oh yeah. By the way,
what?
I saw a live-action Dragon Ball movie on Hulu too.
Ugh. Yeah. There's only like one good seed in it. That's it. It's bad. This is the worst one. This is a Death Note and Ghost in the Shell blow it out of the water. What was I saying? Also, there's a new Code Geass series coming out. Oh, also there's another Code Geass series called Akito the Exile, which is on Netflix. It's 3 episodes. They're all 45 minutes long. I think it's not as good as this, but I still think there's some things where I think you'd like it, where it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. So. Yeah, so there's still more Code Geass that we can do in the future, maybe. I really want to watch that movie, because I remember when I tried to watch it at first and I couldn't find it. I was like, damn it. Because I really want to watch it, because, like, I mean, I want to see what happens next in this story and everything like that. Anyway, right. Replay value. I would watch this again. It's, like, between medium and high. It's a top 10 anime for me, so, like, if it's a top 10, like, it has rewatchability, so I would binge it again, I think. Just a lot of the stuff that I hate, like Suzaku and Nina, it's still gonna be there. But I mean, I get to experience Lelouch using Geass on God again, so that'd be pretty cool. But like, yeah, I'd rewatch this again.
I'd say it's medium. For some reason, I always rewatch this, and I got to the second season again, like I did before, and then I kind of like started stagnating. I was like, I don't really feel like watching it anymore. Like, I don't know why. I must have been just a part where it was starting to be stagnant for some reason, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
medium. I know I'm getting a little.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Rating. Final thoughts. I'll go first. I in my heart, or no, I think non-biasedly or whatever, I think it's a B+, right? Because there's some problems with it, but I think the ending is really good. I think there's a lot of good characters in it. I like some of the deaths. They make me feel something. But in my heart, I want to give it an A- because I like, it's gonna be a sad day if this ever gets off my top 10 list, because I really feel for this show. Like, I'm willing to defend a lot of its bad parts, besides Nina and Suzaku, or I can kind of defend Suzaku, I guess, but like, you know, stuff like that, just because I really like this show. And like, some people would probably, like, they compare this and, like, Death Note. Death Note's not in my top 10, even though it probably objectively is a better show. I like Code Geass a lot more. I don't know why. I do. Anyway, what about you?
I kind of feel the same way about it as you do. I'm gonna give it a B-, but I kind of felt A-.
I said B+.
I mean B+ for me. I'm sorry,
okay,
B+, but I felt A-. I do like this story of it, and I do like all the characters, and there's like some of the premises you introduced in this. It's like not something anime usually does. Just some of the things they have in this, and just the characters are really great. You like them a lot. You feel for them. You want to see more of them. And the premises, like I keep saying, are great. Like, just the way how it ends. The final episode, if you watch the final episode, it pretty much sums up the whole show. It's great, and it does something you don't expect.
It did the same thing.
I think it's a must-watch if you're an anime person.
Oh,
I think you have to watch.
100%. Yeah, it's like mid-2000s, I think. So like, it's like kind of like, and also like, what was I gonna say? I just lost it. I just lost it. Where were you? Oh no, I lost it. Damn it.
About the final episode.
Oh no, I was gonna say this made me feel the same way that like shows like Naruto and like Akame ga Kill made me feel, or it made me sad after I was done watching it. Like, that ending, like, it's sad. Like, not only crying over her dead brother, like, that gets me. Like, it's just, like, it sucks, right? Because, like, she never asked for any of this. She just wanted to be with Lelouch and everything. Which, also, kind of a weird scene that they had was when Nunnally and Euphemia were talking, and Nunnally's like, oh, hey, remember when we got mad at each other because we were mad at who would marry Lelouch? I'm like, aren't you, like, isn't Euphemia her half-sister, and you're his full sister? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I guess
Don't ruin it for me.
I guess they're kids or something, so it's whatever. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah,
and I really want to watch Lelouch of the Resurrection, because I want to see how this continues. I'll check again if it's on Funimation. It's probably not, but, like, I really want to watch that again. Also, what are you going to pick next? What anime are we doing next? You're on the spot. That's why I want. We should just do that now.
I think we should do Naruto Shippuden, and we'll just do maybe.
Can we do Naruto first? Like, I feel like we could just do Naruto in one video, because like.
Yeah, we can. Well, I don't want to rewatch it, but maybe we can just. We can do the Naruto review next Monday, but maybe we can do the first 20 episodes of Naruto Shippuden.
How about this?
2 weeks.
How about this? We do Naruto right next week, and then. Can we do my anime, like, right after it? It's called Paranoia Agents, 13 episodes, real quick. And then we can do Naruto Shippuden.
That's so.
Okay, good. Because I really want to rewatch Paranoia Agents. So good. Anyway, yeah.
One more thing about the thing. I think Lelouch, this anime, is going to be actually considered one of the classics.
Oh, 100%. It's got to be.
Like Dragon Ball, like, oh yeah, you have to watch Dragon Ball, you have to watch Cowboy Bebop. I think you could say you have to watch Lelouch. I don't know. Maybe because obviously I didn't like everything about it, but some of the things just I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised that you gave it a B+, because I remember the first time we talked about it, you're like, I'm just like, I was like, we need Brandon for this. Brandon wasn't able to do this, but like,
I was just kidding.
Okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this review or this casual anime discussion for Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection. Also, one joke I wanted to say real quick is that there are some scenes where Rolo would be like right up in Lelouch's face, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is Code Geass." Anyway,
more like Lelouch.
Yeah, I know you made that joke already. I forget which one that was. I think it was your top 10 list that you did that, and you're like, cool, like, haha, funny. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to tell us what you think about Code Geass down in the description. Really want to do more Code Geass in the future, but yeah, be sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Follow what?
I think maybe instead of saying eat your vegetables and say your prayers or whatever you say that, you should almost just change that to Orange Boy.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah.
We make it for each anime we do. We should do something specific. Yeah, that's a good idea. Anyway, yeah.
I don't mind just doing Orange Boy all the time.
Yeah, that'd be. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Also, I found out that we're on Apple Podcasts. I had no idea. I thought I had to manually put it in, but it turns out we've been on there the entire time. And I think that's the reason why we've been getting a lot of subscribers, because we're up to 84. We were just at like 78 like a few days ago, and now we're at 84. So we're growing. That's good. And I think a lot of it's coming from the podcast side of it, so I got to keep uploading these. And this has been a long one. That's why I wanted to do it a little bit earlier. But anyway, yeah, this has been our casual anime discussion of Code Geass. Remember, link to everything down in the description, so go follow us, share review this podcast. That'd be great. I'd love to see a review somewhere. Yeah, anyway, so this has been casual anime discussion. My name's Trent.
And this is Garrett.
How would I do the orange outro? Oh!
Orange. I'll say Orange Boy and you say Orange Boy?
Let's see,
I didn't get any volume on that, but I got your face.
Damn it.
Hands on my feet.